Pokemon, since the first game in 1996, has had some of the best and most unique designs in gaming history. They've had some amazing ones, some okay ones, and some that should never have been created. This video is about some of the best and some of the worst, from Gen 9 at least. Let's get started. In order to have some of the best designs, you have to have some of the worst. This is true for any game, even one as prominent as Pokemon. For Gen 9, there are some pretty bad ones. Disclaimer, if there is an evolution line that is bad, I'll just tell you about the whole line. Same with if it's good, I won't be going over every design, just a few, starting with Quaxwell and Quackaball. Game Freak, what the fuck is this? You had one of the cutest little starter designs, a cute little duck with a cute little haircut, and then you 180 RKO'd his evolution line into this. They didn't even make him liking his hair to be anything. This could have been like Johnny Bravo if he were a freaking duck. First of all, Quaxwell looks like he's wearing a diaper. And then he's just some eagle chicken hybrid thing. Guess what, Game Freak? If your design looks like it just shit its pants, it isn't a good design. Duck looking ass. Quackaball is like kind of cool. Kind of, except I hate how it walks and its animation for it. The design isn't the worst, but with design comes a story. Cubone has a skull on its head because of its dead mother. Slowking gets poison sucked into its head and becomes a psychic god. They have story, which makes their design better. Quackaball I'm annoyed with because Quaxley was a cute little duck and now he's this weird chicken, not a duck, keep in mind, that for some reason wants to dance even though his first form didn't even want to do that. It had no inclination to do that. That could be argued for each first form starter, but this one just, no. Bad design. Get out of here. Pawmi is cute. Cool. Pawmo and Pawmot? Ew. Not only are they all like the same freaking design, on top of that, what are with these fingers? What are these weird sausages? They remind me of like a piping bag where all the filling is in the arms they have and the fingers are just a little bit of frosting that leaked out. It's disgusting. Bad. 0 out of 10. Plain design with no interesting changes for the evolution, just giving it more hair. Also, Pawmo is a pain to evolve. They could have given him like the lightning designs instead of the stereotypical cheek things they give all electric Pokemon. They could have given him punching gloves since his hidden ability is to literally punch stuff harder. They could have done literally anything else besides just make him taller. Not your best, Game Freak. Not even close. These ones are just... what? They just gave one eyebrows and long sideburns and the other long hair and makeup. That's it. Do I really have to say anything else? Oh look, it's the lightning round time. Let's take a quick look at some other bad designs. Lechonk, just a pig. Oinkoloin, just a pig. Squawkabilly, literally a parrot. Houndstone, saggy dog. Cloth, hairy crab. And that's it for our lightning round. Thank you for watching. Annihilate is a cool concept, even for a Pokemon game. It was basically too angry to die, so it became a ghost. Sick, right? Heck yeah! The idea and story behind this Pokemon is actually insanely good. It ties in with its other evolutions with being angry all the time, it's able to somewhat elevate the design from its previous form, so why am I putting it in okay? Without this story, the design sucks. It sucks so badly that it knocks it down a whole peg from best to okay. Let's go over why. The pink nose is out of place for a ghost, and the color palette it already has of gray and white and black. Proportions of it are weird. Its arms are just so long. Its eyebrows are just longer hair? What is up with Game Freak doing that? And finally, and you know what I'm about to say, it's a freaking ripoff of Goku. First Mario with Super Saiyan Cat Mario, now Pokemon with Super Saiyan Primeape. It's a cool Pokemon with a cool story, lessened by an okay design. They could have done so much more with this. Give it no legs so it's more of a ghost. Make the nose gray or blue or something. Give it an actual chain or shackles holding its hands together. Something like that. It's good, I'll give it that, but definitely not the best. I loved this Pokemon. It was amazing. It was almost my favorite, probably. It was so good. It was a steel worm. It was simple, cute, and funny. It had everything going for it. Until Game Freak had to ruin it. until they had to do one unforgivable thing. Can you guess what it is? That's right. They gave him arms. No, not the video game. Retractable, real arms. What the heck? They just ruined a great, simple design. Whose idea was it to just slap arms onto a worm? It's literally a worm. These 6 blue arms take this design from being good to okay. The arms aren't even, like, cool. They're just weird little blue things that don't serve any purpose and don't add to the design. They aren't out all of the time. It claims that it uses them to punch things. Like, okay, at least make them, like, robotic or something. Make them like 6 steel mech arms and not just some weird jelly things. The blue holes on the side of him look cool. Amazing. And what they could have done is had him have an ability or move that goes from attacking to defense mode. One with the arms out and one with them in. Then he could have had a stat change to represent what mode he's in. And could you imagine the silly looking worm with 6 Doc Ock legs coming out of it? Like, come on, man. That'd be awesome. Sadly though, Game Freak had to take another good, simple design and make it slightly worse. What a shame. Before we get to the best of the best, let's have some honorable mentions. Simple, cute, interesting concept with having 1 or 2 kids, but too simple to be great. It's good though. I just love him, but I don't want my bias to take over. Just know he's great in my eyes. They're just funny. Look at them legs. Amazing. Ugly, but decent design. I love the idea of life energy going into the ball, but Relor is just a dung beetle. I mean, look at that smile though, huh? These next few are, in my opinion, the best designs in Gen 9. King Gambit is easily one of the best designs and additions to a Pokemon game. Not only is his story great, but his design is absolute fire. Story first. First off, you can only get the item to evolve him from a specific Bisharp. This Bisharp has to be one in charge of packs of little Ponyards. Once you get the item, you have to beat 3 other Bisharp that hold the item. Then boom, King Gambit. King Gambit apparently is pretty dumb and tries to rush into battle and use brute force and can only come from a Bisharp that stands above all the others in the army. Already? Complete badass. The strongest of the strong of Bisharps. Next, his design. Absolute fire. I mean, look at this Pokemon. Have you ever seen something so badass? It's got the swords coming out of its mouth, which I like to think of as a giant sword mustache. It has the leader's crest as its horn, it has long flowing locks of hair, giant ribcage blades for protection, and insane gauntlets. I mean, this design is amazing. Not only that, but its stats are insane too. The only downside I see for his design is the whole walking animation on his hair. It's hilarious how he just scoots around, but I have no idea why. Maybe if they did something else with it, like walking around like an old hunched over samurai or something. Overall, amazing design. Next up, Garganacl. I want to start this with saying, Knacklestack sucks. It's just Minecraft Pig. But Knackley, I love it. It's such a simple and cute design. Kind of emo with his rock hair over his eye, and the colors are great. Also, I love the whole naming scheme for this Evo line. For anyone who didn't take a chemistry class, NaCl is salt. So Knackley's name, it literally is just the word salty. Knacklestack, salt stack. Garganacl, Gargasalt, which I like to think means giant salt. This is so perfect with their stories and designs. They're just walking blocks of salt. That's it. Garganacl can use the salt to heal people, or it runs for its life while every Pokemon tries to lick it. Like, that's so insane. It's basically a certified doctor. On top of that, its design is amazing. All of the colors perfectly match and blend together, forming an awesome color palette. Its eyes shine brightly to tell them apart, and the bright white contrasted with the brown rock and beige are so satisfying. Especially the gradient that goes into the arms. It's just a walking pyramid of salt, and that is awesome. Now it's time for probably my favorite design and Evo line in Gen 9. My favorite design for all of Gen 9 is Skeledirge. Now before you rag on me and be like, oh my gosh, he likes the fire type design, lame, or whatever, hear me out. I love this whole Evo line, and let's start with the beginning. Fuecoco. It is easily the cutest starter. It sleeps on warm rocks and absorbs the heat, and has so much energy, the little flap on his head goes back and forth from the leaking energy. That already is adorable. On top of that, it is easily the cutest. The red and yellow and white colors are good, although it's been done before. Overall, good design. Crocodile is where it steps up. Not only is it even funnier looking, it has a dope little nest on its head with a little egg in it. Apparently, it is so vital and warm that it basically impregnated its own head to have an egg. Its fire energy is close to its vocal cords, so it just screams. A lot. It is definitely the funniest design of the three, but also has the most personality. The glowing egg and nest on its head is an amazing design choice that ends up flowing into the rest of the evolution line perfectly. On top of that, when it runs, the egg on its head bounces a lot, and it's really cute. Finally, Skeledirge. This Pokemon is the best design in the game to me. Not only the best design, but the best story. Fuecoco was a little off, but the fire energy overflowing started there. Then with Crocodile, it made its own baby because it was so strong and its screams became so strong due to the source of its energy being near its vocal cords. Now it all came together perfect. Not only is Fire Ghost type a sick typing, but it's implemented into the design. Skeledirge is a huge fire crocodile ghost that has its own skeleton on the outside of its body, probably because it was so hot that it melted the skin away. If that isn't the most insane and disgustingly awesome thing, I have no idea what is. Not only that, but remember that little egg and nest on Crocodile's head? It freaking hatched. Now Skeledirge has its own little bird friend on its nose that has its own soul. It's adorable and so cleverly thought of and designed. Maybe that's why Skeledirge is a ghost type, since it gave its own soul for the bird to live? But that isn't all. Remember how I said Crocodile's source of energy was near its vocal cords? Well, Skeledirge? Yeah, it's a fucking opera singer. An opera singing fire ghost crocodile. Are you kidding me? That's the sickest thing ever. Hold on though, I'm not done. Not only can its flames reach 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, but it can heal and soothe your soul. And when it sings, that bird on its head changes shape and turns into the freaking microphone. Come on, that's amazing. After that, it just settles back on Skeledirge's nose. That is the most innovative and unique design in Pokemon that I may have ever seen. This Pokemon is peak Gen 9 design and is my favorite by far. There are a lot of designs in Gen 9. A lot of good ones and a lot of bad ones. In order to have some of the best designs in a Pokemon game, you also need to have some of the worst. Hopefully this video changed some of your opinions on the designs in Gen 9. Maybe it'll even let you appreciate the games more and overlook some of its shortcomings. Who knows? Let me know your favorite or least favorite design in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See ya.